understand the language, how do you even relate with police that somebody scammed you, you want your money back? Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Josephine. I'm a Nigerian living in Cabo Verde. I live in South Island, Santa Maria precisely. Are you just coming across my channel and you love it along as you're watching? You can kindly subscribe, comment, like and share. And tell a friend to tell a friend about this channel because you are gonna love it. I live in this beautiful island in west coast of Africa. This is my Europe in Africa. Today's video is analyzing to you guys on apartments coming. They are thieves. They are going to steal all your money. This useful information I am sharing to you guys. In the future, I know a lot of people will appreciate me, even if you don't appreciate me now. This useful information I am talking about, the rest will not tell you because they want to scam you. I am living here in Cabo Verde. My experiences, everything living here in Cabo Verde is what I am documenting down. It's an island. Even as a Nigerian, I have seen a lot of cases like this where people are scammed and it's turned up being a kind of a difficult situation. Life is hard. Working for money is hard. Seeing money is hard. Not everyone have this kind of money that it's enough for people to scam them. You are not Dangote. You are not Bill Gates. You are not Mike Adenuga. You are someone trying to make a living for yourself. As you are watching this video alone, I encourage you to watch in full and see how people scam others here in Cabo Verde. And there is something I want to talk again. Whenever you relocate to Cabo Verde, if you have been scammed, it's normal. Yeah, it's a normal thing here. Out of 50% of 100% living here as an immigrant, they will be able to testify if they come across this video that they have been scammed. Most of the Nigerians here I have seen so far, most cases will discuss how we have been scammed. If you watch my video, I talk on how I was scammed by a Togolese and a Senegalese and more videos coming which I haven't talked about. You will know that it's a common thing here for you to be scammed. And be prepared for it. You will be scammed. This video is now for you to learn so you will not fall victim. So you should not be scammed. Yeah. Whenever you come to Cabo Verde, ask questions. And those people you should ask these questions should not even be more from your country. Now, let's assume you even ask your fellow country person. Don't just end there. Forward the question by asking another person so you understand better. So if the two answers are falling in same part, because sometimes the answer may be different and you may end up being confused, ask two persons. And sometimes ask some Cape Verdeans. There are some Cape Verdeans that are educated. Those people understood English very well and they will be able to tell you in details so you will be wise. Here in Cabo Verde, as a Nigerian living in this beautiful island in west coast of Africa, for those of you that don't know Cabo Verde, wherever you tell people you live in Cabo Verde, they would say, where is that? Is that the name of a city in South Africa called Cape Town? My videos are majoring more on telling you guys the awareness of Cabo Verde as a Nigerian. Many culture shock which I haven't shared with you guys should just sip your wine, sip your juice. And subscribe to this channel. You are gonna see a lot. This place, it's an island. And most of these properties are owned by the Europeans. Cape Verdeans also own a lot, but most of these Cape Verdeans properties are not really like those cozy, equipped kind of apartments. Apartment here in Cabo Verde, you meet them with properties. You don't meet anyone empty. You pack in with properties. And most of these properties, apartments are owned by the Italians, Portuguese people, and some few Spanish. Most of these Europeans, sometimes they have a kind of relationship, friendship relationship, or maybe dating relationship, because most of these immigrants, they date these white ladies. And a kind of relationship that will make these people to leave their apartment on the course of going back to their country. When the hard days are here, when the seasons are boring, most of these Europeans travel back to their country. You that just relocated to Cabo Verde, you are now looking for apartments. And most of these immigrants, they know how it is to get an apartment. They know you are a new person. You are a Johnny just come. You are desperately looking for an apartment. That is normal. And coming to Cape Verde, it is normal for you to pair up with somebody. And when you are not searching for this apartment, this is how they do it. These people give them keys. Okay, just handle this my apartment till I come back. And now that these kids are with them, you are now an immigrant. Those person that travels to his country, maybe there, maybe in a period of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, they will now rent this apartment for you. Mind you, here in Cabo Verde, the apartments are being paid monthly. That is why it's even easy for you to be scammed. They are now going to tell you, oh, I have an apartment. If you want to rent this apartment, come and give me money. It goes for a certain amount of money. Renting an apartment here goes with you paying a caution fee. Sometimes you pay the caution fee twice. If you pay this person this money, you are not settled. Thinking you already got an apartment, you are now relaxed, because getting an apartment here on Sa Island, it's very difficult, and you don't want to face this stress of, this place I'm not even going to be here for long. Hey, 1 or 2 things just happen. You see yourself being confused. Coming up with stress of looking for an apartment again, that could be so difficult. Before you rent any apartment, ask questions. Meet others who have been here before, that this is an apartment you want to rent. It's located in a certain area. Let 1 or 2 persons come and look that house that you want to rent. Or else they will rent an apartment that is for somebody who will be coming in next 2 months, in a month's time, and they have already taken this money from you. You need to be wise. This money, they have already taken it from you when you haven't even stayed for the numbers of months. Let's assume you pay for the rent and the caution fee. That will be 2 months, right? Or sometimes 3 months. The owner of this apartment may be coming in a month's time. You've already paid this money. To your surprise, you are in this house. Somebody will now come and tell you that this is my apartment. Who is this person? Or this person that rented this house to you will now come and meet you that, he will now come up with the cock and bull stories, telling you that, hey, I did not know this apartment I rented for you. It's supposed to be so. It's supposed to be this. You are not going to be aware that you have been scammed, and you have already paid this money. They are not going to give you back this money again. They will not tell you to move out. Because you are new here. You don't understand the language. You cannot go to the police. Even when you go to the police, police is going to tell you to give this person time for them to pay you back your money. You don't understand the language. How do you even relate with police that somebody scammed you, you want your money back? This is what they do here. It's an island. They play many games, many kind of games here. When you want to rent an apartment, you need to be very careful so you don't fall victim. Before you will rent this house, make sure they give you a working contract. That working contract is one of the things for you to know that this person rented this house for you. They are the owner of this house. If they refuse to give you a working contract, know that there is something there. Don't let them tell you, oh, I will give you this contract in a week time, in 2 weeks time. When this person is delaying to give you this working contract, just know that you are on the road to be scammed. If the apartment is theirs, they need to give you the working contract in 2 to 3 days time before you move in. That is something you need to know. Most of these properties here, these houses that they rent out to immigrants that just relocate down, most of these houses are not theirs. Sometimes their friends owns this house. Let's assume my apartment now, I live alone. If I'm living with somebody, if I say, okay, I am traveling to this particular place, I'm going on a vacation, the person I live in this my apartment may decide to rent a room out without me knowing, because it already timed the period I will be staying and coming back. Now that I'm back, I see a strange person in my house. How come? How are you here? Even before I will come back, they will make sure they quit you before I return. Now you will be confused. How do you go about it? So you need to be very wise so you will not fall victim of being scammed. As I'm talking here now, I can just point any house to you. Oh, this house is open, no, come and rent this place, without you asking me about the contract, that is the house contract, making inquiries to know in details if I'm the owner of this house. You will not want to know because you are desperately in search of an apartment. Apartment is one of the major problems here in Cabo Verde. So before you rent any apartment, you need to ask questions. This house contract is very necessary. They should issue it to you. Should in case you are scammed, this house contract will be what you will forward to the police to the case of any arguments. If this person did not want to give you your money, you know that you have something firm to hold on to for these people to be arrested and they refunded back your money. The other way they scam people here on this island, this one is kind of obvious, very obvious. As a Nigerian, wherever you are watching me from, if you're a Senegalese, Gambia, you must have come across this one. I know it's normal, they make money from this apartment, but sometimes the scamming is just too much. If you watch my video on how I was scammed, you will understand what I faced. Let's assume this is an agent who will be taking you to rent this apartment. The apartment may be an apartment of maybe 20,000 escudos. They may tell you it's 30,000 escudos. It may be an apartment of 18,000 escudos. They will tell you 25,000 escudos. If it's even 80,000 and they tell you 20,000 or 22,000, 4,000 gain will be theirs. But some will tell you 25,000, 26,000, 30,000. Especially if you are going to stay in group like 2 or 3 of you, they will want to increase this money of this rent because they know that you are much. And if you split this money among yourself, the money will pile up for them. So before you rent this apartment, you ask questions very well to know if this house you are going to rent is worth the 25,000, is worth the 30,000. And one thing I want to tell you guys is, whenever you are renting an apartment here, you need to go with somebody. If you are just coming here to Cabo Verde, go with anybody. Ask questions. Tell anyone you know. If it's a man, a woman, tell them to go with you. And you know, the house contracts of that house they want to rent, they need to issue it to you. House of 25,000. And why you are going to know that this person scammed you? The original owner of the house, sometimes when they scam you by taking this huge amount of money from you, they fail to also submit this money in full to the owner of the apartment. And a day will just come, you will see this owner of the apartment meeting you up that come and pay your rent when you have already paid this rent to the agent. Sometimes they put this agent, you know, in charge of taking this house rent. You will be surprised that you have been scammed hugely. That is how it is. I am a victim of that. I faced that. I know what I saw. I was scammed with a huge amount of money. The other way they scam people on apartment is this. I have been talking on 2 types of apartment here. Most of these cozy apartment, like my apartment, is owned by a European, by an Italian. If you see my apartment, you will know that it's an apartment you move in with properties. And if you see any apartment like all these face-to-face me apartments, locals apartments, you are, you know, see me, I see you kind of apartment, those ones like 1 room, a kind of little carve house. This kind of apartment, you move in without properties because the properties are already inside. The only thing you go in with is your luggage, you know, your undies, most of the things you know that you have before. Everything inside the apartment, you meet them inside. So when you want to rent an apartment with a property and the one without a property is not same amount. These immigrants, they want to rent this apartment for you in the amount of an apartment that have a property. If this apartment is not having any property, the money you are going to pay should be far lesser. Let's assume you move into an apartment with properties. Let's assume 25,000 escudos, and this apartment is not having any property. You are not supposed to even pay more than 100 euro. That is 150 euro, which is 15,000 escudos. When they see that you are a Johnny just come, you don't understand this system. They want to rent this empty apartment for you in the name of an apartment that got properties. So you should be very smart, be wise. So you tell them, no, this is an empty apartment. How do I do when I already paid you this morning 25,000 escudos and I'm going to buy properties in it? No, just leave that apartment. If you see that this apartment, they are renting it for you in a kind of huge amounts, like my videos, I'm talking to you right away on how it is to rent an apartment. Apartment with properties are more expensive than an apartment without a property. There is a way you will be scammed also. This one, a lady complained of this to me and I laughed, and I told her she have been scammed by his fellow country's person. This person is a Nigerian. She relocated to Cabo Verde. She's based in Praia with her husband. You will be shocked to hear that this apartment they rented for this lady, they told her to pay separately while her husband pays separately. Who does that? Even as a Nigerian in your country, have you seen anywhere somebody want to rent an apartment, they will not tell this person to pay a separate amount while the husband should pay a separate amount? Have you seen that before? They told this lady to pay 100 euro while the husband should pay 100 euro. This one are your fellow Nigerians now, they do this one. So you should be very smart. If I start sharing with you guys most of the things that these Nigerians are doing here, people will start saying, you are spoiling your country's people, you are doing this, you are doing that, why don't you protect their image? But this image, will it be protected forever? Let's see how it goes. My videos should be very informative to you. Whenever you watch them in